Welcome back to Las Cuatro Esquinas, Westside Chicano history. In this episode, we explore how Mexican heritage shaped Santa Monica's communities, industries, and cultural identity as we navigate an era marked by segregation, displacement, and lasting resilience. In 1846, the U.S. provoked a war with Mexico, largely out of territorial ambition driven by the intertwined ideologies of white supremacy and manifest destiny. These were the beliefs that Anglo-Americans were divinely ordained to expand their power and institutions across North America from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific. When the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed in 1848 to end the war, California became part of the U.S. But for Mexican families already living along this stretch of coast, it was not a beginning, it was a loss. Santa Monica, long before the boulevards and beaches we know today, was part of a rancho system maintained by Mexican families. They raised cattle, grew crops, and celebrated traditional Mexican culture and heritage. Their life here was rooted, vibrant, and deeply tied to the land. But within decades, everything changed. American settlers arrived with new laws, new money, and new ways of claiming land. Through court battles, taxes, and trickery, the Mexican rancheros lost nearly all of their properties. By 1870, Mexican ranchos were being divided and sold piece by piece to make way for real estate ventures and seaside resorts. The descendants of those early families stayed, though their roles shifted. They became laborers who built the roads, cleaned hotels, and cooked in the kitchens of wealthy newcomers. By the early 1900s, Mexicans fleeing the revolution joined them, forming small, close-knit barrios in places like the Pico neighborhood, just south of the railroad tracks. Life there was humble but full of spirit. Families built churches, played music in their yards, and raised children who balanced two worlds, one of pride and heritage, another of struggle and exclusion. Segregation was real. Mexican children attended separate or underfunded schools, and Mexican families were barred from certain beaches, restaurants, and neighborhoods. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, many Mexican workers were deported, including some born in Santa Monica, as the city sought to make room for white workers. Yet, the community endured. By 1948, after a century of resilience, the Mexican presence in Santa Monica had become both invincible and undeniable. They were woven into every corner of the city in its gardens, kitchens, and construction sites, yet rarely seen in its history books. The story of Mexicans in Santa Monica is one of endurance, of families who refused to vanish, of heritage surviving under pressure, and of a culture that helped shape the soul of the city long before the palm trees and the pier became icons. If the mission of our channel speaks to you, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to help us grow a community that honors history, memory, and revolutionary consciousness. Let's keep our stories alive together.